What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Craig, and will the Trump train continue? Ever since the election, the markets have been going crazy. I did not expect this. I did not think we were going to enter this bull market. Will it continue? That's the question. How high will it go? That's the other question. And what happens if the Dow has topped out? Because we did talk about where we thought the Dow Jones was topped out and what I thought was going to happen. We'll take a look at that. First, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Then we'll get into the shorter time frames of Bitcoin. Then we'll look at the Dow Jones. All right, so this was the distribution schematic that I was looking at. Could it still be possibly, and this being just a huge up thrust? That is a possibility. But let's clear the chart. Right after we talked about, I told you, if we in the last video, go check. If we broke above this 91,000 range, then expect, and it holds, open and closes, then we could expect as high as 115. Now, I have some more detailed targets where we could go. Let's take a look at that. This is that same chart, just cleaned up and got that all off of there, right? So there was where we broke the trend line right here. We opened and closed some dailies above it, right? One more thing I want to look at. I told you guys I would be starting to look at fibs. Oh yeah, before we go any further, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. It does help the video out. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. But let's get back into it over here. So could we get up to this next trend line? And all that is a trend line right here off of the 2017 bull run, 2021, and then that would get us up to here. If we went straight up today, it would get you around 113. But you can see I have this 112 here, and I'm going to show you why that is. And again, we're going to take a look at the smaller time frames in the 4-hour and show you the more immediate, because I am going to be placing my trades again. You can follow me in my Discord. The link's down below. And on X, I will be placing my next trade and letting you guys know where it's at. Because in the markets, trading, you can make money whether it goes up, goes down. You can even trade it the wrong directions. As long as you use the stop losses, still make a lot of money. So what I did was I took my Fibonacci extension, right? People are talking about this as a bull flag, right? And they put the, they do this thing with the stick. Here's the measured move of the bull flag. You take the measured move of the flag pull, you bring it up to the bull flag, and there you have it. Easy way to do that. Another easy way is to actually use fibs. So you start your fib extension down here at the bottom of the flag pull, go up to the top of the flag, place that, and then down here at the bottom, same thing. You get the 1-to-1 extension that shows you where your flag pull extension should go, around 98.5, right? So somewhere in that range. Let me get this more exact here for you guys. Where are we at here? All right, that looks like it there. So around 98.9, right? And so far we've gotten rejected there. Now, in the bullish case, you would have to get back above this 98.9. So you could come back up, come back down here and retest this support around 90. But if you do get back above this 98.931 range, you are going to get up to approximately the next one, which would be the 1.272, and that's around the 112.6, which does get you really close to this trend line. Could you get a wick up to touch that 114, 115? Yes, definitely possible. We're going to go into the 4-hour, and then we're going to go into Dow Jones, but I just wanted to show you that real quick. We have hit the 1-to-1 extension. If that holds as resistance, then I would be looking for a retest right here of this trend line around 91,000. If that breaks, you're looking at about 88,250. Let's get into the 4-hour. Before we do, my link is down below for Prime XBT. They do sponsor the channel. Definitely check them out. Great exchange. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange, so you ain't got to keep switching around. And you can trade all that stuff in Bitcoin. Link is down below. If you pull up my link, it'll bring you to this page. It gets you 25% deposit bonus up to $7,000 and 25% off your trading fees by using my link down below. And I've been putting promo codes out for free $200 accounts. You don't even need to make a deposit. I usually post them 2 at a time on my X, so you can follow me on X if you want one of those. Let's see what's going on here. So I'm trying to kind of play with this 4-hour chart and see if I see anything playing out, right? So if I go off this high here where we touched here, touched here, touched here, touched here, we can draw this in, right? Let's just extend it. And obviously this is not a guarantee, but we could see something like this, right? If we come back down for a retest of the bottom here, you would see that also in the RSI would get you down to, depending on how quick it was, right? So if it lined up with the 55 EMA here around 91, 9, 92, maybe even 92.5. So wherever it would hit here, right? Expect for a bounce there. If it did get a bounce there, would be a good place to put in a long, put in your stop losses just below, right? And then maybe enter a short if it goes below. And here are your targets anyway. So if it breaks above this right here, this top trend line, that gets you to about 90,600. So if that was to break, then you could get as high as, let's put a target up there. Right here. This is going to, so what I'm showing you right now is places of interest to enter positions, right? So right here, if it breaks above this, and again, I will be posting my trades, so make sure you give me a follow. I will post them in Discord first, then onto X. So if we break up past this trend line here at about 99.2, then we're looking at a target of around 107. Obviously, the $100,000 range, if we get there, is going to be very tough to break, but it may push pretty hard afterwards. So this would be a good trade setup if that breaks. Now, again, we can come back down here for a retest first before coming up. Could be a good place to put in along with your stops just below the trend line. If the trend line breaks, definitely a good place to put in shorts with your stops above this trend line. If it does break this bottom trend line, and I'd probably wait for it to break, come up, maybe tag it real quick before coming down, but then that would be the target at about 84.8, right? That would be my next trade area to look for. So, and also, like I said, keep an eye on this RSI on the 4-hour also. This will let you know. So usually it'll break the RSI trend line before breaking the real trend line, right? So let's say it bounced up here in the RSI and the 4-hour candle closed with the RSI above here, but we were still below it here. Chances are it's going to break to the upside and break out. So same thing, vice versa on the bottom. So this is what I wanted to talk about, the Dow Jones, guys. Look at the similarities here. We've been looking at it forever. I've been talking about it since way back here, but I did have a target up here, and obviously it hit. You can go back, check my videos from March. I had this target up here, right? Saying it would end. But look at the similarities here. Do you see where it's all bunched up right here, right? See where it's all bunched up right here, right? That's called a blow off top if it does play out like this. And guys, I've been talking about this for a long time. Once the markets have had their blow off top in confirmation, gold, silver, oil, Bitcoin, everything will be falling with the markets if that happens. Is it guaranteed to happen? Absolutely not. But there's a damn good possibility this is still going to happen, guys. So I want you to be careful, be aware, be alert. If you captured the bull run, awesome. I did not think any of the markets were going to get to these levels the way they did, especially as fast as they did in this short period of time. But I'm still not convinced that these markets are going to continue to the upside. Was I wrong about as high as they went? Absolutely. But again, guys, I do think this is all still coming into fruition. It's just taking some time. So looking at where we're at now, let me go back and show you. This little spot right here, this is where I'm going to zoom in right now. Right here, from about February till now, right? Let's pull this chart up, and it's right here. We've been talking about this ending fifth wave diagonal. Definitely seems to be. Now, if we break above this 44.5, 45,000 range, you can squash this and maybe markets go on forever. And basically that would mean, in my opinion, massive inflation where the dollar isn't worth anything, which is what makes the would make the market go up so high, because you would need many more dollars to buy this stuff. So be careful with the markets going up being a good thing, because I don't think it would be. I think honestly this reset, like the Great Depression style crash, is the best thing that could happen. The markets need a reset, guys. Need to wash out all the crap companies, all the shitty crypto, all that stuff needs to be washed out so markets can find their spot. Money can go into solid stuff and then continue from there. But maybe it just continues up. And Musk being along with Trump now, I'm glad that they're where they are, right? But if anyone understands Musk and how he pumped Dogecoin and all that, he likes to pump markets, right? He also likes to be the one that dumps on people's heads. He don't talk about it anymore after he dumps, but he'll talk it up to pump it up. Just be careful, guys. The markets are controlled by all these guys, 100%. Prove me wrong in the comments if you don't think so. But anyways, again, thanks for watching. Smash the likes. I'll catch you in the next video. Be safe out there, guys. And remember, if you're trading, use stop losses. Don't be stupid.